Hello everyone, I hope you're having a great day. In today's video, I'm going to be using a series of squares and some rectangle pieces, the 2-to-1 ratio that are also called potato chips. I will be doing this in 2 different sizes depending on what size finished project you'd like to make. So let's get started. So for the first block, which I'll call block A, you're going to need 2 that are on the lighter side and they're measuring 2.5 by 4.5. You need 2 darker squares. They can be the same color or not. It depends on how your scrap pile is. And these are 4.5-inch squares. And then we need a 6 2.5 by 4.5 in a darker to mid-tone color, all in the same color range. So to begin with, we're going to take the 2 lighter ones and piece them together like that so that we have a 4.5-inch square. And guess what? You can also use a 4.5-inch square if you wanted to in place of sewing those together. But I'm trying to use up scrap, so that's why I'm encouraging you to do the same. This is now the center of the block. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take 2 of my other darker ones and I'm going to sew one on the top and one on the bottom with a 1/4 inch seam so they look like that. Once this is done, this will now measure 8.5 by 4.5. I am pressing my seams to the dark side, if you see that, and in the center I just picked a side that the fabric wanted to go to, and that's how I pressed it. You can press these open if you like. I will not judge you if you do it that way. So with putting that aside, we're now going to take the darkers and we're going to sew them end to end like this. So we're going to have one set that is 8.5 by 2.5, and same with the other like that. So to unconfuse you, we're just going to make 2 sets that have 2 stacked together. And with those 2 sets of pairs joined together, we can now bring in our middle part like this, and we will add one of these to each side, again with the 1/4 inch seam. And you've now made the standard potato chip block. It is very easy to do if you haven't heard of this before. And the part that is absolutely the best part is you do not have any matching seams to begin with, or to have to bother with, sorry. So this is where we are with this block, and it is measuring 8.5 inches square. So as I said, I'm making 2 different versions. So this is the one where we have the darker on the outside with the inside being a lighter color. And then this one is a lighter outside with the darker inside. So now what we're going to do, just using the darker one as an example, I've got 2 squares, and these were cut out of scrap fabric, and they are 4.5 inches. And on the back side, I've drawn a line which is corner to corner. And what we're going to do is we're going to join these on the opposite corners like this, so that you're stitching 45-degree from the corner on the upper right. And then we'll do the same thing down here on the upper left. And what you want to do is, before you stitch it, is you want to line it up with your line and then put a pin in where you figure it's going to intersect the fabric below. And you want to make sure that you're not going to be stitching over the corner here. So ideally you want to have it so it ends up just on the corner, or just on a fat, just a fat thread on the outside. I know that's hard to explain, but we don't want it to look like this, is what I'm saying. We want it to have a clean 45-degree of the lower fabric, or if it goes a shy little bit over, that's fine too, because what we'll end up doing is we'll end up having it so that's like this. And because I like to reuse my offcuts, because what we're going to do is we're going to actually stitch on the line like this, and then we will be trimming all this excess fabric off. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw another line on this side by 1/2 inch like that, and I'll do another stitching line there. And then what we can do is, I don't know if you can see that, so we'll be stitching one on this line, another 1/2 inch away towards the outside, and then I'll be actually cutting these apart in between, leaving about 1/4 inch on either side. And then I'll do the same on the bottom corner. So this is what the darker one looks like. And if you can see, this is what I mean about missing this corner here, so that this one is just barely nicking it. This one's a little bit away. You just don't want this seam to be overlapping, cutting off the corner. So this is what I'll call the darker version. And then this is the lighter version. And you'll notice I have slightly different colors of orange here because I am using scraps up. So those are the two blocks. You want to make a variety of the dark and the light to create a repeating pattern. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you some other sizes that this could be made as well. And this one would be starting with a 2.5 inch square. Then you'll be taking 1.5 by 2.5 and putting one on the top and bottom like that. And then by joining two end to end, then you're going to end up with them on the sides, framing the center square like this. And this one I'm going to be calling the darker version. So let me do that and then I'll show you what comes next. So this will be 4.5 inches unfinished, and like the other one I have some darker squares, and I've drawn corner to corner with my extra stitching line. And then what we can do is just place those, same idea as before, where they're in the opposite corners. When I did these ones, I did fold them back and I put a little bit of glue before pinning, just because they're smaller pieces and I really didn't want them to get distorted. And then once that is done, this is what it'll look like. So I really think that's cute. Let me finish the one that goes with this and then I'll show you one more version. So this is now what I'm calling the darker or block A, the smaller version, and this will trim up to 4 inches once it's sewn in a project, 4.5 inches untrimmed. And you'll see I do have the extra half square triangles that I can cut here. And then I have smaller ones, and I actually have a project in mind to use those, so that's why I'm very keen on doing more. And then the lighter one, we're using the 6 of the 1.5 by 2.5 inch lighter with a 2.5 inch square in the center. And again, a 2.5 inch square for the contrast. And this will go similar to the dark one, like that. So I'll be stitching in the two places. And by the magic of a camera, this is what the finished one will look like. So what I've done is I've done a series of these blocks. I'll just finish these last two and then I'll take you over to the design wall. So here the smaller blocks are, and again they measure 4 inches finished or 4.5 unfinished. And what I've done is I've gone ahead and made 4 of each. And what I was thinking was to lay them out like this. And then I would take another one and have it so it's like that, and then have another lighter one so that it would be like this. So that actually creates an X pattern. And then I was going to take the other ones and add them continuing along, and that would give me, my goal was a 4 by 16 or an 8 by 16 inch finished panel. And then from that you can carry on and create something larger, or by adding sashing around it. So let me go and take you to the design wall and then you can see them all together. So this is my thought using 8 blocks just to give you an idea of a repeating pattern. And then if you added more going down or across, you could easily have a really neat project that is finished for you. Just moving things around a little bit. You could also have these so they're all going the same way, and that would create another kind of interesting pattern. And if you did it this way, then you wouldn't have as many that you need to worry about matching up. So like that. And if you're wondering why these are all the same, it's because I had a 2.5-inch strip left over. So what I decided to do was just to cut them down to 1.5 inches wide so that I could use them in this project. All these lighter ones are a mixture of different fabric scraps. So that's another idea, going like that. And then you could take those 4 and turn them going the other way and create something different again. So there's lots of options with this block. I'd be interested to see what you think about it. I will include a sheet, a picture showing this continuing into a larger format. So you know what to do. Please like, share, hype, do all those fun stuff, and subscribe if you haven't subscribed as well. So until next time, sew safely and sew with Debee. Have a great day and bye for now. So just to show you, if you want to do a 40 by 40 inch finished quilt without borders, this would take 12 of the darker squares, which are these ones right here, or blocks, and then it'd take 13 of what I'm calling the lighter ones, or block B. So if you'd like to take a picture of this, or if you'd like a PDF pattern, please let me know in the show notes below, or send me an email to sewwithdebee@gmail.com referencing this video number 168, and I would be happy to send you a PDF. The information will be in the video description. So until next time, sew safely and sew with Debee. Have a great day and bye for now.